So, John, I have to point out a little cheat in that video, the opening
Okay.
that we use.
Yep.
It's 20 ideas, right?
Right.
And so in gray, most people would never notice it, especially since a lot of people are watching this on a relatively small display window. Is in the upper right-hand corner, it increments 1, 2, 3, 4. And so I don't get with Restream, I don't get an idea of how far. There's no progress bar that shows me that the video is halfway done or whatever. But because those little numbers are in there, I know pretty much within like 5 or 6 seconds when it's going to end. So it's a little bit of a visual cheat. You've seen that thing, or we've played it like, I don't know, half a dozen times now. You've never noticed those numbers, have you?
I've never really noticed the numbers.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Must admit.
Okay. Hello and welcome. It is Wednesday and Website Wednesday, which means, in case you don't know how this works or haven't seen these videos before, either Dr. V or John or someone in the chat, I can't see the chat, hopefully John can see the chat, is going to give me either a search term or a URL. I don't have any foreknowledge or what it's going to be. I never know what I'm going to face. They're going to throw something at me. If it's a search term, I'm going to go to Google. It's on the screen here. We're going to go to page 10, where no one ever goes, and we're going to randomly pick one or more websites. And then while everyone or no one watches, I am going to improve them in real time and explain why I'm doing what I'm doing or not doing something else.
Do you want Death Wish piano movers, John, or do you want just piano movers?
What are we looking for?
No. Hey, did we ever do auto detailing?
Yeah.
We did?
So.
Did we do it?
Sure we did.
Or just you and I done it?
You're thinking about your buddy.
I was kind of curious to see what
How about just car washes?
We have done car washes.
We have done car. Yeah, I think we did car washes and now auto detailing. How about?
What about somebody who in marketing or sales? I mean, I'm not trying to drive it because I'm not allowed to, according to our rules. But I mean, most of the audience here is in marketing or sales or has their own business, which means they're in both marketing and sales.
How about marketing consultants?
Marketing consultants. Okay. Marketing consultants. Marketing consultants, down to page 10. Get past the ads. Carrie Hawthorne marketing. It sounds like we'd be picking on one individual person, but we can take a look at it. Let's see what else is there. Is there anything else on page 10? I'm pretty sure IBM does a decent job. We don't need to look at IBM.
You would hope so.
Marketing partner. One would hope, right?
You never know, though.
And let's look at Kajabi. Kajabi is an interesting company. Oh, wait, here's somebody. This looks like it might be a person. And then we'll just add in Kajabi just in case.
Okay.
So engaging. So this is good, right? She's got her headline.
Mm-hmm.
And it's an excellent headline, by the way, like really good. Because it says exactly what she does, and it says the positive future. So I like her headline a lot, whoever you are, Carrie Hawthorne. And so real quick, let's find out, who are we talking about here? Okay, so Carrie talks. Okay, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure. And I like the picture. I don't know where she is. Does anyone recognize the city? It's probably on the bottom.
I do not recognize it.
Okay. So, I mean, yeah, I'm okay with the picture too. I think she does like an okay job with the picture.
Yeah.
Smile is, it's good to smile at the person, whoever they are, that's looking at your picture.
Mm-hmm.
And then it says who she is. I partner with, I'd get rid of that. It's a cliche. Small businesses and nonprofits on a wide range of user-centered communications to transform their brand and business. Right. So, right, Dr. V or John, right off the bat, if you closed your eyes and I said, I partner with small businesses and nonprofits on a wide range of user-centered communications to transform their brand and business. What do I do? Like, what's my field? What's an end result that you can visualize if you hired me? Dr. V, if you're, oh, he left.
Oh, he's in an empty room.
Yeah.
I don't
The
know.
room formerly known as Dr. V.
I guess for me, I'd be a little confused what I'd be getting.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's see. What could we do here? I mean, this is fine, right? Full service digital communications. And the people who are likely to hire her are familiar with the jargon. So we don't need to bring it down to like a 4th grade level or anything.
Yeah. And that's really more like that second statement is really more about her than it is about a result per se.
Yeah.
It's not like it doesn't give me a view of the positive future of what I'm going to receive.
Right. So if we think about niches for a second, by the way, I'm not sure we can do our niche workshop, which is not officially been scheduled. I'm not sure we can do it on the first Thursday of October unless we move it to a different time, because it looks like I have a client meeting that's going to overlap that, like a big client meeting.
Oh, let's move it to a different time. I'm not sure
But
I'm going to be around.
Talking about the 4 types of niches from a marketing point of view, right? There's this is the there's the who niche, like who she deals with.
Mm-hmm.
There's the what niche, which is what she does. There's the why niche, which it is actually the person's niche, not the client's why.
Right.
Those are the ones sometimes we get to like a marketing website, especially, or an agency, and say, we believe in people. We believe in making the world, blah, blah, blah. Like that's sort of a manifesto kind of thing. That's fine. And then there's the how niche.
Mm-hmm.
And the more money you want to charge, generally, the more how your niche needs to be. Like it's not what you do, because there's always going to be more people who do what you do. It's how you do it and the result from that.
Right. And like to me, this would be like a perfect place for like what you did with my LinkedIn profile.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to come back to that.
If that makes sense.
There's a lot to unpack in this one.
Yeah. But kind of like, because it just kind of goes through why you're doing what you do, and then what they can expect and why you're the safe choice.
I mean, overall, I have to say, I like her website. I like her layout.
Mm-hmm.
I like the portfolio style. There's no reason to go into third person here.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I would cut all that. And I mean, this is already bold, but if it could be like moved to a different, I would change it to a different color. You don't want to underline it on the webpage because it would imply that it's a clickable link. But I would make that a different color. I'd make that like a sort of like a burnt orange kind of color, or yellow, because that's her color scheme is white, light blue,
fits
red,
in.
and yellow.
Although something completely different would stand out above the yellow.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you don't need the extra stuff. It just takes away from the point. It weakens the point, and there's no point weakening. If you're willing to make a claim like this, and my God, I love it when people are finally willing to, you know me, right? I'm all about being in that little tiny spot on the spectrum called assertive. And if there's something you can assert, you absolutely should assert it, period. I love that she did that. She just didn't need to put in all those extra words that weakened it.
Yep.
All right, what else? I mean, it's so good. We don't normally end up with something that's like kind of like good.
Right on page 10.
You know? For what it is and what she needs it to do, I bet it's very effective for her.
Yeah, it seems to be. I mean, it seems effective. She talks about the different services she offers, what she does.
I would have, even though it's passive voice, and I don't normally propose passive voice.
Yep.
Right. I would take it out of third party, or, like out of replace clients with your.
Yeah.
And then I would reorder these words a tiny little bit, because I want designed and meet your goals to be as close to each other physically as possible on the screen. Right. As people skim, I want this to be of a piece. And so not broken up with my services in between it. I know that there's something I would want to write there. I may come back to that. That line is taunting me.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's just
It's taunting me, John. It's taunting.
It's a little awkward.
Now, see,
know what you're saying.
so this is an excellent example, by the way. So the testimonial says, when we found ourselves unexpectedly short-staffed should have been hyphenated. On a tight deadline, Carrie came to our rescue. I was immediately impressed by how quickly she was able to understand our needs, and for her to then turn around and execute. What more could you ask for? I mean, sentiment-wise, it's an excellent testimonial. But just so we're all clear for the testimonials on your website, there's nothing wrong with you receiving a text testimonial
Mm-hmm.
and then editing it or improving it. And then as long as you send it back to the person who gave it and say, hey, I made a few small edits here. Are you okay with this? And as long as they say they're okay, and I swear to God, I've yet to have anyone ever turn down free writing assistance on a testimonial. Testimonials are one of those things in life that virtually no one is good at, and mainly because there's almost no upside to putting in the effort to making them becoming good at this. It's not a skill anyone actually needs.
Right. No, I was going to say that exact same thing, because we had recently a woman who was in one of our classes, and it turns out she is on the Committee for Financial Literacy in Canada. And she gave us a testimonial. I didn't even ask her for it, really. And but it was very long. And I rewrote a little bit, sent it back to her, said, can we use this? Because they wanted to use short videos for people who are financially insecure.
Yeah.
So
like, feel free to edit and improve, and then just get, sign off on it. So in this case, I would have rewritten this way. Like, instead of we found ourselves, it's we were unexpectedly short-staffed on a tight deadline, and Carrie rescued us. What's the difference between came to our rescue and rescued us? Rescued us is a lot stronger. Technically, Carrie could have come to the rescue by showing up and telling them what to do, as opposed to probably doing the work.
Yep.
And then I wouldn't necessarily, if I could carry forward the we and the us and the plural, I would have done that. So instead of I was immediately impressed, I would have said we were immediately impressed.
How quickly she was able to understand her needs.
Yeah, I don't like this.
No. And I don't like part of the next sentence.
Right. We were immediately impressed. And since we don't have a short sentence yet, I would break it there. And then say, she quickly understood. Again, it's all passive voice, right? She was able to understand, or she understood. She understood.
Yep.
She understood our needs. And executed on them perfectly.
There you go.
Wow. What more could you ask for?
Not much.
Now that's a testimonial. That's killer.
Absolutely. Right to the point.
Yeah.
Every aspect.
You don't have to accept a testimonial that someone sends you as the final version of it or the final draft. You can edit it, send it back to them. They're not skilled in writing testimonials or persuasive copy. That's not their job. And expecting them to do it well is unfair to them. Fix it up. You're the expert. Fix it up, send it back, get a sign off, and post it.
Yeah. I'm anxious to see what you do to this piece.
Small businesses don't have to settle. So we do with the negative. And I don't like the passive negative. Like, really, ever.
No. I'd almost say small businesses, nonprofits can have exactly what they want. or something like that. Shouldn't settle.
Right? They shouldn't settle for
Yeah.
less. I'm tempted to break it there, and like that's a good. Yeah, but I like your. But even then, it's still sort of a like it's a less passive, but it's still sort of a passive negative.
Okay.
Small businesses and nonprofits deserve
Mm.
the results big companies get.
Love it.
And then everything else in the rest of that sentence, and even the that's why. Because this is sort of like a mission statement. She says it's her approach. This is her how, right? But it's really a mission statement.
Yeah.
A manifesto. Small businesses and nonprofits deserve the same results big companies
get. I like it.
I spend time. Nope, I wouldn't do that. I invest in understanding my clients. Again, to ensure could be replaced with just so. So and receive would be get.
Get.
Don't have to say realistic solutions and strategy. If it works for them, if it's solutions that work for them, then by definition it's realistic. Otherwise, it wouldn't work for them.
Exactly.
So it's internal repetition. Always kill internal repetition wherever you find it.
Love
it is the cockroach of the English language.
Yep.
All right. Small businesses and nonprofits deserve the same results big companies get. Now, there's a tendency to put that in here, right in this spot, right? But remember, you can eliminate the word THAT from 90% of all English sentences, and the sentence is actually a little stronger and more assertive.
Yep. Now, both today and many months down the road sounds a little weird to me. For some reason.
I invest in understanding my client. See, like this is better, but it's not end state perfect, right?
Yeah. It's pausing me when I read it. I actually don't mind that part so much, but it's just
since it is a manifesto, you can actually just like small businesses and nonprofits deserve the same results big companies get. Oh, I know. There's no assertion in there. It sounds like an assertion, but it's not an assertion. I invest in every client.
So you get
then there's no reason to switch back from clients to you. She keeps going from third party to second party. So they get solutions and strategies that
work. Just that work is fine.
Today.
And in the future.
And yeah, that's fine. Into the future.
Perfect.
There. Let's go ahead and so we know what we're dealing with. Say again. Oh, I thought that was me.
No.
Okay, so good stuff.
Sorry, I called you, John.
So then she's sort of like inserts sort of like a personality statement, which is fine. It depends on like who hires her, right? If it's very small companies, then they actually kind of want to know the person.
Yeah.
They're not hiring a team. They're hiring her individually.
Yeah, it does kind of say a little bit about why I'm a safe choice.
Yeah.
You know, I want the long-term relationship with you as a client and da-da-da.
I invest in every client so they get solutions that work today and into the future.
How much does she invest?
I don't like this intro. Now, by this point, have we already seen the 100%? We haven't seen the 100% yet. I would move this
up
much higher. In fact, I would move it right above the approach. So then it says 100% of clients extremely satisfied. And then the approach, like, how do you achieve that? Carrie Hawthorne. And then you get into the second part. And that, if that was right here, the 100% was right here, then it gives us more options for this. And this needs to be changed. So let's assume the 100% satisfaction is there. In that case, life is too short to not enjoy your work. Something going on with my machine today. I'm kind of tempted to cut all this.
Cut it.
I mean, she's got an about page, right? This is very powerful. Now it's like small businesses and nonprofits. I mean, it's sort of a style issue. I think you could put in nonprofits, but that's fine. Deserve the same results big companies get. I invest in every client so they get solutions and strategies that work today. Actually, you know what? That needs to be its own thing. Most important, because this is a follow-on to this sentence. This is the last one. I support people doing good in the world. And if she had 100% customers satisfied right here, and then this for her approach, much stronger.
Much stronger.
All right, the sentiment is fortified. All right, so then all that's left is this very tricky part right here. And I would move this up to inspirational level instead of just informational level. So see what's possible.
But she does use the word transform.
She does.
Yeah.
Which is good.
I don't like that at all. Small businesses and nonprofits. Like, I'm tempted to put should in there. Should be able. But this is strong enough. Small businesses and nonprofits can transform their brand. Every small business and nonprofit can transform its brand. Well, there would work as well. Their brand and business. I help you do it.
Oh. Much better.
Much better. I don't love it, but I love it. One time love it.
Right. I love it a lot better than what was there.
Right. Now, I loved her headline right from the jump, so this is what it is today, and it's fine. What did we change? Going down one, we left this. The original was, I partner with small businesses and nonprofits on a wide range of user-centered communications to transform their brand and business. Our version, every small business and nonprofit can transform their brand and business. I help you do it.
Much stronger.
And then on services, it was from purely analytical to highly creative. And I think I kept that initial part. Yep. I design my services to meet clients' goals, business objectives, and target audiences' needs.
That's fine.
And all I did was a very slight transposition. My services are designed to meet your goals. So updated to my services are designed to meet your goals, as opposed to I design my services to meet clients' goals. It's a small thing.
Small
Not,
thing.
it's not curing cancer.
Stronger though. But,
Okay, we definitely changed this part where we just went in and edited. So, I mean, it would open, when we found ourselves unexpectedly short-staffed on a tight deadline, Carrie came to our rescue. That's my wife's name, Carrie, by the way. And instead, I said, we were unexpectedly short-staffed on a tight deadline, and Carrie rescued us. I was immediately impressed by how quickly she was able to understand our needs. She quickly understood our needs, and then I added it onto the next sentence. And then their next sentence was, for her to then turn around and execute on them perfectly. Wow. We just said, she quickly understood our needs and executed on them perfectly. Wow. What more could you ask for? Which I kept.
Yep.
So just a bit tighter.
So can you heavily edit a testimonial like that?
We spent 4 minutes talking about that, sir,
Yeah.
when you were away from your desk.
I'm living in a land
how
of
you do
chaos
that.
right now.
You
There's
get
more
the
than you can
submission.
possibly imagine behind
You
it.
get the submission. I get it. You get the submission, and then you rewrite it and you send it back to them and say, "Hey,
Okay, that's
we edited this.
right.
Is it okay if we
Okay.
use it this way?"
This way.
99% of, in my experience, 100% of everyone will say, "Yeah, go ahead."
Yeah, I've never had any trouble with people doing that.
Sorry, I was tardy to the party. So.
Do make sure you send them the original version and your version, not just your version.
Yeah.
And most people will read what they wrote. People love reading what they wrote.
Right.
Then they're going to read yours and say, yeah, okay, I see it. It's a bit punchier. It's a bit tighter. It makes more sense. More marketing.
I see my testimony is even better now. My words have improved.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of the times I get it sent back to me and said, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So,
there you go.
Okay, done.
Okay.
Okay, and then she goes into a little bit here. Now it's sort of a style choice whether to pull out this part here, because it's sort of like a personal manifesto kind of thing, and like it's good. It's good. It's just that if the 100% of clients are extremely satisfied thing was put right here, then this paragraph would make more sense.
Yeah.
And the approach. I mean, also, why hold off till the very end of the page to have such a strong assertive statement, right?
Right.
And then it's like, so she writes, small businesses and nonprofits don't have to settle for less just because they don't have massive marketing budgets or teams. And that was changed to small businesses and nonprofits deserve the same results big companies get.
Nice.
Then it's like, that's why I spend time understanding my clients to ensure you receive realistic solutions and strategies that work for you. This was internal repetition. If it didn't work for them, it wasn't realistic in the first place. Both today and many months down the road. And we changed that to I invest in every client. So she was saying before, I spend time understanding, I invest in every client so they get solutions and strategies that work today and into the future. And then this was so good and so strong and such a great line. It didn't need any change at all. It just needed to stand on its own and not have this paragraph here softening it ahead of time.
Yeah.
I support people doing good in the world. I mean, that's a great line. Kudos, right? That's a great line. I love that line. I wish I'd written that.
Yeah.
Like crunch time for food bloggers.
Yeah. And then we said that we would take this. Oh, wait, we changed this too, right? You have to scroll and scroll and scroll. 100% of clients are extremely satisfied with Carrie services. There's no reason, since it's not attributed to someone, there's no reason to suddenly make Carrie the third person when everything else is talking about how I do this and I believe that.
Yeah.
And so we changed it to 100% of clients are extremely satisfied. And I thought that should have been moved way up earlier
Higher.
in the messaging. If you're willing to stand on that, then stand on it and hit somebody with it.
Yep.
Hit somebody with.
Yeah. So there you go.
Man.
Carrie Hawthorne, you have an excellent website. Like, we rarely have one that's like so good.
Oh,
But
Carrie.
this was very, very good.
Just for
Very good.
Carry on.
Carry on, Carrie. All right, that's it. It's time. That was 30 minutes. Not bad.
No.
Good job, John. Good choice.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Carrie knew.
Turn this off.
The more you know.
That anymore?
More you know.
All right, that's it. Tomorrow we have our final video of the week, our final live stream of the week. And then after that, we have a whole weekend off.
A whole weekend.
Whole weekend off. All right. Thank you, everyone. Hope this was fun. Have a good time. See you tomorrow. Adios.